Good morning, everyone. Thank you all for coming. Today we're here to learn how to choose a bottle of wine. You may think that choosing a bottle of wine is complicated. However, it's quite simple. Wine has been around for centuries, since the beginning of time, practically. I'm going to show you a few steps on how to choose a bottle of wine. I'm going to tell you where wine comes from, how to serve it, and how to choose between a difference of a cap or a screw bottle of wine. Have you ever went to a dinner party or were invited to a dinner party where you had to take a bottle of wine and didn't know how to choose one? What do you do? I'm going to give you a few hints on selecting that bottle of wine. Viticulture is the growing of grapes for wine. The grapes you see in the supermarket are not the grapes that make wine. There's a few variety of grapes for red wine, such as, and I'm going to read, Merlot, Cabernet, Sauvignon, Pinot Noir, and Shiraz. And then, whereas for the white wines, we have Chardonnay, Sauvignon Blanc, Riesling, and Chenin Blanc for wine. When the vineyard is ready to produce the wine, they harvest the grapes, they destem them, and they press the grapes to produce the juices from the wine skins. After that, they take the wine and put it into a wood or stainless steel barrel where they're going to ferment the wine. They add yeast. The yeast combined with the juices of the grapes cause carbon dioxide, which dissipates after a while, which produces the alcohol for the wine. After the wine is aged, then they pour it from the barrels into bottles. Now that we have covered how the grapes are grown and processed to make wine, we're going to go to the next step, which is how to pick a bottle of wine. You have to know what you're eating first. Knowing what to eat is important in selecting your wine. A white wine such as Chardonnay will go with fish and chicken, as a red wine such as Pinot Noir would be good with beef or red pasta sauces. Next, you would pick a wine region that you want to get your wine from, such as an old world wine, which would be France, Italy, and Germany, or a new world wine, which is Australia, or even the United States. Either one you can choose from. If you, in doubt, you should go for the old world wine because they've been around for centuries, thousands of years. I particularly like the California wines, the Oregon wines, and the wines that have come from the United States. Now I'm going to show you a few bottles of wine and describe the wine to you. We'll start with the Yellowbird. The Yellowbird, and I'm going to read the description. Yellowbird is from Southeast Australia. It's a blend of selected parcels of fruit from Australia's best growing areas. This wine reveals citrus and honeydew flavors, nuances by subtle oak aromas. It has a balance of acidity and a smooth, creamy finish. Next, I'm going to show you a bottle and tell you about a bottle of Pinot Noir, which tends to be my favorite wine. This one is from the United States, California. It's an expressive, well-balanced wine that is perfect fit with today's casual lifestyle. It's comfortable and unpretentious in every way. It's medium-bodied with a bright cherry, sweet spice, and supple, velvety finish. It's full of cola aromas and a hint of vanilla. The last one I chose to give you kind of a variety. This is wine south of France. It's Cabernet Sauvignon, Morchel. Morchel is, and I'm going to read the description, Cabernet Sauvignon, hand harvested, revealing delicious notes of cassis and red fruits, smooth and well balanced. Smooth and well balanced. Next, I'm going to tell you about how to choose a bottle of wine, either being capped like this or corked. The cork is either natural or synthetic, and it's been around for thousands of years. That's how they always did it. But the cap bottle, relatively new, probably maybe 50 to 100 years old, has not been around as much. However, just because it's capped, they used to think it's a cheap bottle of wine. Well, that's not true nowadays, because they have found that capping a bottle prevents the oxidation in the wine. Also, you should chill all your wines between 50 and 55 degrees Fahrenheit. That temperature keeps the process of aging going with the wines. However, when you're ready to do a red wine, which is not a chilled wine, you pull it out of the refrigerator or wherever you have it stored and let it sit before opening for about 30 minutes to get to room temperature. White wine, it doesn't matter, it stays chilled. It's a full-bodied, bouquet wine that you don't even have to aerate. Next would be the glasses. Because of the fact that red wine has such a small body, red wine does need aerated. So instead of leaving it in a bottle to aerate for about an hour or so, you could use a decanter. Decanting red wine is a good idea because you can see it. Decanter has a bigger opening than the bottle. The glass you would choose for a red wine would also be a white rim, so it can continue as aeration the whole time that you're drinking it, which only enhances the flavor of the wine. As I said, white wine, like Chardonnay, doesn't matter. Doesn't have as big an opening, just a normal, regular wine glass. So if you don't have, or you don't want to have a collection of wine glasses, the best one would be this, because the opening is kind of good for both. Either one would do for white or red, but the reason behind it is because of the aeration of the red wine. In conclusion, we went over some steps of how the wine is made, how to choose it, store it, and serve it. Hopefully this helps you understand a little bit more on how to choose a bottle of wine for the next dinner party you have, or you go to a guest house, or just enjoy for yourself. Now it's time for taste testing.